Give me a second. I'm just trying to organise myself this evening. I think we're very, very close now. Alrighty, let's get started. Welcome to M7 My Mind Matters. I'm Paul Becque from EngageWithSuccess.com. This is the ultimate destination for exploring the inner workings of your mind, unlocking the secrets to cultivating a success mindset, and igniting your personal growth for lasting inner peace. Through immersive workshops, you will experience the synergy of breathwork, mindfulness, and meditation as catalysts for your mental fitness and profound transformation. You'll be guided on a path to embrace the present moment, master your mind, and cultivate emotional management. Engage with success and attain your state of grace by tuning in for the live broadcast of M7 My Mind Matters on Mondays at 7 p.m. UK time, or catch up at your convenience on social media. Visit EngageWithSuccess.com and click on the resources button for links and plenty of free inspiration. Hello there, very good evening to you. Thanks for joining us here on My Mind Matters, and your mind certainly does matter. The importance of these workshops, you just saw in the little intro there, these are immersive workshops. We take the opportunity not just to discuss the importance of the mind and how it really does create our reality, but the fact that you've got the opportunity to experience that this evening. Now, there's many reasons to do mindfulness, meditation, and breath work. That's what we'll focus on this evening. And the big one is about inner peace, finding tranquility within our lives because we are so busy. And that's going to be the focus of tonight's presentation. So we're going to be talking about inner harmony and how you can stay calm far more often. When your mind runs away and tells you dramatic things like your life is falling apart, everything's going wrong, you've got the opportunity to go within, calm down, and make your life so much better. So there's lots that we're going to be going through this evening. I'm going to take a moment right now just to prepare ourselves for some of the events that we'll be doing. And we're going to be starting with breath work. For those of you that think breath work is a new term, you've not heard of it, it's been around for many years. And it really is about focused breathing. It's about conscious breathing. Because, of course, we breathe all day long. We're accustomed to it. But just think about it. When you're exercising, you're taking deep, heavy breaths. When you're running because someone is chasing you or something is chasing you, you're taking deep, heavy breaths. And then when you're sat at your desk, you might be taking very shallow breaths. Now, your breathing can indicate to your body where you are, what's going on. It can break you away from your homeostasis and it can bring you into your homeostasis. That's a state of tranquility, a state of natural being, a state of well-being. And that's really what we want to focus on this evening, getting you in a really good place. So lots of things that we will cover. If you are new to this, is every Monday at 7 p.m. For those of you that missed the live session, then you've got the opportunity to go online. If you go to EngageWithSuccess.com, that'll give you the opportunity to find some of the previous recordings, previous podcasts, previous broadcasts, and a weekly newsletter that comes out every Sunday. So thank you for your company. Appreciate being here. My name is Paul Becque. Engage with Success is the name of the website. You can go there and find everything. And M7 is just a small part of that. The newsletter is called Small Steps because tiny steps in the right direction help you to get the goals and the life that you dream of. And M7, short for Mondays at 7, My Mind Matters, for about all sorts of matters of the mind. So let's get started. Please get comfortable. Sit in your chair, maybe straighten your back, your spine, close your eyes, put your hands on the top of your legs and take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Really nice, easygoing breath. I'll put a little bit of music on in the background as well. And I want to make it clear that at some point you might find that your mind wanders. If that's the case, please don't worry. Please don't be concerned. That is very typical. Allow your mind to wander, but the moment you realize it, The moment you recognize the fact that your mind has wandered, just bring it back to the work that we're doing, whether it's breath work, mindfulness, or the meditation at the very end of the evening. Whichever one of those it might be, just take the opportunity to bring your attention back when you can. So let's take a nice deep breath in through the nose for the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, and let it out for 1, 2, 3. Let's do the same again, in through the nose, but this time for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4, and let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Now finally we're going to go for 5. Nice deep breath in through the nose, fill up your lungs for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now continue breathing at your own pace. Get really comfortable. Just check in with your shoulders. Are they raised up? Are they tense? If they are, just give them a little shake, give them a little wiggle, and let them loosen up. What about your back? Is your spine tense? Are you comfortable? Okay, maybe you've been sat all day long. Perhaps you drive a car, maybe you drive a truck, a lorry, deliveries. Perhaps you're sat at a desk all day long. So you're tired. Just allow any tension you've got to be released from the body. Let it go. Let it relax. Maybe you've been the opposite. Maybe you've been on your feet all day. You work in a hospital. You work in a store. You go and see customers. You're constantly on your feet. Your feet ache. Just allow that tension to be removed. And try to relax as best as you can. Now pay attention to the air going in and out of your body. For a moment, just focus on your chest. In fact, if you want, put your hand on your chest, you can just feel your chest going up and going down as you breathe. Up and down as you breathe. Now perhaps take the opportunity to focus on your belly. Lower your hand to your belly area. And just feel the air coming in and filling the belly. And then as it leaves, feel the belly going back down. Up and down. Up and down. Just enjoy it. Relax. Allow your mind to wander. And if it does, just bring it back. Now take a moment just to think about your day. How has your day been? If you can think about a moment when perhaps you were stressed, under pressure, annoyed at something or someone. Think of a moment today when you were uneasy. Now imagine getting a moment after that, or whilst you're experiencing that, to do what we're doing right now. So let's say you've been on the phone talking to a customer, they really wound you up, annoyed you, maybe even rude to you. So afterwards, instead of just trying to keep on going on with the day, you could have taken the opportunity to close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and know that everything is okay. And try to let that pressure, that tension, that anxiety, that nervousness that's been created by that client or person on the end of the phone, and just bring yourself back to that inner harmony. Now you could do this before an event. So for example, if you were about to go to a staff meeting and you may be anxious about that, maybe you've got to share some information you don't like, maybe results aren't as good as you would like, so you feel like you've got to squeeze the team, something of that nature, something unpleasant, something you're not looking forward to. Or maybe you just don't like delivering information. Maybe you're uncomfortable standing in front of your team members. take the opportunity to do this before you go into that meeting, before you go and see that client. Just going to give you a moment to listen to the music and relax. And if you have had a tense day, let it all go now. Just imagine it like steam coming out of a kettle. Imagine all that tension, that anxiety, that nervousness being released from your body like steam coming up and rising out through your head. Before we move on, I do want to share with you the fact that the profound impact of breath work, mindfulness, and meditation, those are three things we're working on tonight. The impact they've had now on inner harmony and resilience is not just philosophical conjecture. It's not just an idea. It's not just a concept anymore. Today, because of science, scientific research, it's been substantiated. And there's a growing body of work, more and more, every day, new information pointing their finger that this stuff works. Neuroimaging. Studies with neuroimaging have demonstrated that structural changes in the brain's regions responsible for emotional processing and regulation can be seen to change. And these changes correlate with reduced anxiety, improved attention span, and greater emotional stability. And this can be for the long term, not just short term, not just immediately, but over a long period of time as well. And moreover, these skills that I'm sharing with you tonight have been found to trigger the release of neurotransmitters, such as serotonin. I bet you've heard of these. Dopamine, most people have heard of this. And this can foster a sense of well-being and contentment. And the physiological benefits can extend to lower blood pressure, improved heart health, and even a bolstering to your immune system. So just for a moment, think about this. I think these are all compelling reasons to do this work. And even if you just came back once a week, that's a step in the right direction. That's better than not doing it at all. That's better than doing it once a month. So if you can do it once a week, brilliant. But more powerful than ever, and this is what we covered last week, is the discipline to do this every day. Now, I've probably been chatting away for 10 minutes or so, and the breath work may have been 5 minutes, but you can literally just do 2 minutes at a time. 2 minutes first thing when you get up in the morning, 2 minutes before you take on a difficult meeting or meet a tough client. 2 minutes when you've been wound up or you've fallen from your state of grace. In my work as a coach, I teach my clients about the state of grace. And this is a great place to be. This is all about enjoying your journey towards your goals. And I'm a big fan of goals. I'm a big fan of changing your life, transforming your life, and moving to bigger and better goals. I'm a big fan of pushing out of your comfort zone and getting you to see your true potential. And to do that, we've got to crush your fears. We've got to break you out of procrastination. And these are great skills that you can learn at home, you can do on a daily basis, and they can help you change your life. And if you're already thinking, I feel good, I'm really relaxed here, this is for you. This is something you need to do more and more. The more regularly you do it. Now, when I say more and more, I don't mean do it all day long. I don't mean become a Buddhist monk. I just mean do a few minutes every day. In fact, I would say maybe first thing in the morning, if you really want to get into this, 10, 15, 20 minutes at the most. At the most. And if you know, I couldn't do 20 minutes, I always get up early and I have to go and do this and that, then just do the 2 minutes, but just get started. And again, I'm going to encourage you to do a little bit of homework afterwards and find out reasons why you should do mindfulness, reasons why you should do breath work, reasons why you should consider meditation. And for me, the most compelling reason has got to be cultivating this inner harmony and inner peace. And that will certainly help you find resilience, so when things get tough, you've got grit and you can move ahead. I know sometimes people think grit means dig in even more. That doesn't mean that in my world. It's about being resilient and knowing you've got to continue, but it doesn't have to be hard work. And resilience, grit in this case, could be a matter of taking some time out, just getting back to basics, reconnecting with your inner self. So let's continue our journey right now. I'm going to get you just to round these exercises out with a little bit of breath work. So take a nice deep breath in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4, and let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we'll just do 3. So breathing in through the nose for 1, 2, 3. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, and let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to ask you to, when you're ready, open your eyes. Get comfortable with the light around you. Yeah, just take a nice deep breath and let it out. When you let that air out, sometimes it's really, really good to just go, ah. If you're on your own, and bear in mind, I can't hear you. I cannot see you. I choose these platforms purposely this way. This is a live broadcast when it first goes out, but I can't hear you and I can't see you. Now, of course, I could do it on Zoom and then we could have interaction, and that would be great, but I want you to have the peace. I want you to have the comfort of knowing that no one's watching. No one can see you. No one can hear you. So just try that. Go, ah, let it all out. Let's do a nice deep one, all the way from inside that belly. Ah, let it out. Okay, we're going to move on to mindfulness now. And mindfulness is a term that many people have heard of. Maybe you've even dabbled in it a little bit. But sometimes people have been misled to what it might mean. Just think for a moment what you think it means. What do you think mindfulness is? Now, bear in mind, I can't hear you. What do you think mindfulness is? Now, if you said calming the mind, I'll run with that. If you said it's to stop myself thinking, I've got to tell you that one's wrong. You'll never, ever, ever stop yourself thinking. Thoughts will continuously run through your mind. That's just the way we are. This is a thought factory. That's the way it works. Now, those thoughts aren't always true. That's the difficulty that we have. They're not always true. We have thoughts, we have ideas. Think about an example when you perhaps were going to go somewhere. You thought, this party's going to be awful. Or, I've got to go and see the boss and they're going to tell me awful. You've got this conception, this idea in your head, but actually your imagination is creating it. So much so that you might even be breaking a sweat or getting nervous, getting anxious. And when you go to the meeting, it's not like that at all. The boss tells you you're doing a great job and just wanted to share that and thank you for your extra hard work the last few months. Maybe even give you a bonus. Or you're going to a party that you were dreading, thinking, oh, it's going to be awful. And actually it was brilliant. And you even met someone that you like. So your mind can feed you lots of information that isn't necessarily true. And that's really what tonight's exercises are about, giving you the opportunity to master your mind, to get mastery over your thoughts, to decide which ones you want to hold on to and run with and which ones you want to pull out. And of course, if you are saying, no, I'm not going to listen to my mind telling me this, that, and the other, because you know it's negative, you know it's destructive, then rather than getting destruction, get an instruction into your mind. And you can insert instructions at any time you want. The big term that most people have heard of is affirmations. You're affirming the things you would like to be. I would like to be more confident. I would say, I would like to be more confident is very weak because you'd like it to be that way. But try saying something more powerful like, I am more confident, or even better, I am confident. I am confident. I am confident. Now, when you first start affirmations of this nature, it can feel like BS, if you forgive the term. It can feel like bull. You know, you'd say, no, I don't really believe it. I don't really believe it. But the more you do this, You do this every day for 3, 4, 5 minutes, and you do it every day, you will at some point feel a change. There's a shift in the way that you think. And I've got to break the bad news to you. Sometimes people like to think, if I'll do it for a whole week. The week ain't going to be enough. I'll do it for a month. 30 days is useful. It's certainly better than the week. 60 days is even better. I'm a big fan of 90 days, 3 months. If you really want to build a habit, you've got to work on that muscle time and time and time and time again. And of course, in this case, it's not a physical muscle, it's a mental muscle. It's neuroscience at its best. You're working away on a thought over and over and over again. And with time, when you repeat that with enough time, that will get deep down into your subconscious mind. This is where our beliefs live, down in that subconscious mind, and then you can make a change. So please don't fool yourself by thinking you can just do this once a week. Please don't fool yourself by thinking, I'm going to try that and do it every day for a week. That will help. But for real transformation, real change, you want to be looking at 90 days. I hope that's helpful. So we're going to move into mindfulness now. And mindfulness is really about calming the mind, not stopping thoughts, but calming the mind and getting back to yourself, reconnecting with your inner self, your deeper self, your true self. It's also a great way to, what's a good word to use here? Reconnect. Really want to reconnect, get grounded. That's a term I used to use a lot, to get grounded. Maybe you've heard that term. So let's close our eyes and get comfortable. And when you're ready, take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whilst you're sitting there, just get comfortable again. And I want you to put a smile on your face before we start. Just smile. See how that makes you feel. Smile. Think about something that went really well today. And congratulate yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Something that went really, really well today. That could be as simple as a phone call, a conversation with somebody, going out with a friend, having the courage to make a phone call or apologize, leading a meeting. What went really well today? Smile and feel really, really good about it. Okay, now with mindfulness, we tend to forget the mind. We don't focus on the mind. The ness is the fact that we're away from the mind. So your mind is full of thoughts, whether they're positive or negative. It's just thinking. And when you close your eyes, you immediately give yourself a big advantage because your mind is not focused on everything that's going on around you. Because you can still hear, you can still smell, you can still taste, you can still feel that sense of touch. But a huge part, said to be as much as 90% of the information coming into our minds is through sight, through vision. So by closing your eyes, you already give yourself a distinct advantage. Now, whilst we've got our eyes closed, let's take a moment, turn the music down. Take a moment to listen to the sounds that are taking place around you at home. What's going on at home? I want you to take your hearing as best you can outside the room that you're in. And then I'm going to ask you to take it outside the house that you're in, or the flat, the apartment, the building, and see if you can hear something far, far away. What's the furthest you can hear? Can you hear a plane in the sky? Can you hear birds? Can you hear traffic outside? Can you hear the TV in a different part of the house? Ideally, you're going to get outside the home right now and hear something outside. Just focus all your attention on what else you can hear. Okay, now bring your hearing inside the room that you're in. What can you hear? What's the closest sound that you can hear? Can you hear maybe a television from the room next door? You hear the whirring of a fan from a computer. Maybe you've got a fan on. Probably the closest sound that you can hear is your own breathing. If you haven't yet focused on that, do it now. Just listen to your breath. In fact, you can amplify your breath. So don't be afraid again. I can't hear you. So just amplify it, exaggerate it so you can really hear your breathing. Okay, let's go now from hearing to our sense of touch. So if you've got your hands on your legs, just rub your fingers on the fabric beneath your hand. If you haven't got your hands on your lap area, on your legs, move them there now and just feel the texture of your trousers, your jeans, your skirt, whatever it may be. Is it soft? Is it a nice soft cotton? Maybe it's a silky satin or silk finish. Silk dress. Maybe it's bumpy, maybe it's woolen, and you can really feel the texture, the fabric. What does it feel like? What about temperature? If it's silk, perhaps it feels quite cold when you first move your hand around. If it's wool, perhaps it's nice and warm. How does it feel? And then notice when I go quiet, does your mind wander? Because all the time I'm talking, you've probably got your attention. You're probably trying to follow the instructions. But the moment I go quiet, especially if it's for a short period of time, you may get the opportunity to allow that mind to wander. And again, don't worry about that. Don't feel bad about that. Just bring it back as soon as you get a chance. Okay, now we're going to go to taste. What taste have you got in your mouth? Can you taste dinner or lunch? Did you have something quite garlicky and that taste is in there? Maybe you can even sense the food between the teeth. A little bit of lettuce or spinach, some pepper. Just move your tongue around the inside of your mouth and see if you can taste anything. Maybe before this session you cleaned your teeth. Maybe you had some gum just to freshen up your breath. What can you taste inside your mouth? Now, this is particularly good when you are eating. And you can do it on your own. You can do it with other people because you can do this with your eyes open. Just really be enjoying your meal. We went out as a family a few nights ago now, about maybe 3, 4, 5 nights ago, and had a sensational dinner. I'm talking sensational. Took the opportunity to really enjoy every bite, every morsel. Enjoy the flavors. Now, it doesn't have to be a meal. It could be a candy bar, chocolate bar. It could be an energy bar. It could be a drink. It could be your coffee. How good is your coffee? Do you wish you'd made a real coffee, got a machine, got a cafetiere, rather than just some instant coffee? So you can pay attention to your sense of taste at any time. Now, the moment you focus on your taste, you slow the mind down. You calm the mind down. You detract it from the thoughts. So can you imagine now if you were getting wound up or annoyed or something's worrying you, finances are on your mind, by focusing on something else, you can calm down. Now, I'd recommend if you've got to make a big decision, an important decision, this could be a perfect time to do that. Take a moment to calm down before you do that work, before you have that meeting, before you meet that customer, before you make that phone call, before you make that decision. Just calm yourself down and connect with your inner self, your inner being. Again, if this is the first time you've done any of this work, you may not experience that tonight, but with practice, and that is what breath work, mindfulness, and meditation is called. It's called a practice. The more you practice, the better you will become, and the more likely you are to get profound results. I was saying a little earlier that the profound impact of meditation is now proven. That's phenomenal. And when you think about today's fast-paced world, where the constant influx of information, demands, and distractions can be overwhelming, even the most resilient of minds can struggle. But this work, the breath work, the mindfulness, the meditation, this all stands as a beacon of solace and stability. And then beyond its spiritual and even philosophical roots, this work has found its place in modern society as a powerful tool, and that's what I'm sharing with you tonight. Powerful tools for enhancing mental well-being, managing stress, fostering emotional balance. I like to think of this as mental fitness. And if you want mental fitness, and if you want to practice mental fitness every day, reach out to me, let me know, because I have many tools that can really, really help you, make a huge difference in your life. We can talk about being in a state of grace. We can talk about mental fitness. We've even got an app available that can help you to do this day in and day out for just a few minutes each day. Now, in the midst of life's chaos, people often find themselves grappling with internal conflicts. There's emotional turbulence, a sense of disconnect from their true selves. And it's this lack of inner harmony that can lead to that stress, the anxiety, even physical ailments, disease over time. So these skills that I'm sharing tonight really do offer a pathway to unravel the complexities and rediscover a sense of, it's a nice word to use, unity with oneself. And meditation, that's going to be our next tool, our final tool tonight. Meditation at its core encourages the practitioner, because it's a practice, you are the practitioner, to become an observer of your thoughts, an observer of your emotions, an observer of the sensations in your body. And most importantly, you'll do that without any judgment. You just notice them. You don't decide what that means, just know they're there. And by creating this safe space to explore your inner landscape, you can gain insight to your thoughts, your thought patterns, your beliefs, your triggers, your habitual reactions. And this can really help you master your mind, master your emotions. But it does take time. And this process gradually leads to a greater understanding of your inner self. And it can help you to foster self-acceptance. Okay, let's move on to our sense of smell. We'll be quick on this one. Just for a moment, take a nice deep breath in through your nose. See what you can smell. Can you smell your perfume, your aftershave, something cooking around the home? Maybe you've got oily clothes on, you're working at a garage. You can smell the oil on the clothing. Or maybe you've been working in a food store. You can smell the food on your clothing. Maybe you're a smoker. Or maybe there's a smoker in the house and you can smell that. So again, any of these senses, the 5 senses, are all great ways for you to tap into a bit of peace, a bit of tranquility. And finally, we've been through 4 of the senses. Let's now go to sight. So when you're ready, open your eyes and don't look at the screen, but pick something else around you. Maybe there's a painting, a picture in front of you, or it could be a bookshelf in front of you. Doesn't matter what it is, an ornament, a tiny little ornament. Just pick something and now focus on it dramatically. Put all your attention on whatever it is you're looking at, and then start to observe it. What are the colours of whatever you're looking at? Are there lots of different colours, or is it lots of different shades of one particular colour, or is it just one solid colour? If it's a solid colour, then maybe you can see reflections of light on it. So some parts actually look white because of the reflection of light. What about the shapes? What shapes can you see? Are there sharp angular corners? Is it rounded? Is it smooth? Maybe you're looking at something that's textured. Let's say you're in your bedroom and looking at a headboard. And can you see the texture of it? Is it leather? Can you see the grain in the leather? Maybe it's felt, so you can see the little lines in it, the way that fabric's woven together. Again, no right or wrong here. It's just about paying attention, deep attention, taking your focus from whatever was irritating you, winding you up, and now putting it deeply on something else. Now, whilst you're looking at that item, whatever it may be, what does it make you think about? Is it a reminder of something? Is it a reminder of a holiday or a person, a loved one? Does it remind you of work? So many things it could remind you of. Maybe it's, again, if it's a headboard for your bed, maybe it just makes you think about sleeping, or maybe it reminds you of your partner. Maybe you've had it for many years and it reminds you of a previous home. Maybe you remember going out to buy it. Just allow your mind to wander. Okay, I'm going to bring this part to an end. So take a final deep breath. Keep your eyes open. Nice deep breath in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I hope you're enjoying this and you're feeling really relaxed. Now, bear in mind that M7, My Mind Matters, generally runs for about 50 minutes. I probably get closer to 60. I know I try to keep it under 60 minutes just because social media, some platforms don't allow more than an hour of content to be played out. And I like this to play as many places as possible. So I try to come in under 60 minutes, but that's quite a long time. So if you do this once a week and then every other day, you just do a few minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it may be, then you've got the opportunity to really start building this muscle. And you could just pick one of these. You might just want to focus completely on breath work. You might say you want to focus completely on meditation. And meditation, the great thing about meditation, and we're going to do that next, is it's the deepest dive and it can really make you feel very, very different. Changes, shifts inside you. And then, of course, mindfulness, the great advantage of mindfulness is there's so many different ways you can use it. And people don't even have to know that you are using it. Tasting the food, tasting a mint, tasting gum, maybe looking at something. You're in a meeting, you've got your hand under the table and you're just rubbing your fingers up and down your leg to feel the fabric. Or maybe you're just rubbing your fingers together to feel the little lines on your finger. So there's so many ways you can use these skills to keep yourself in great, great balance. Okay, let's move on then to our final one this evening. This is meditation. So when you're ready, close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Focus again on your breathing. So we're bringing all three of these skills together now. I like to think of breath work as being the quickest, easiest access. Mindfulness a little more difficult, so you may need to practice more and more and more. And meditation probably is the most difficult, but it incorporates all the skills, the breathing, the mastery of the mind, and even imagination. We're going to focus on the imagination this evening, and then take the opportunity to get back to tonight's focus, which is inner harmony. Of course, that inner harmony can bring you resilience. I used that word a little earlier. And resilience, often defined as the capacity to bounce back from adversity. This is a quality that's revered across many cultures and disciplines. And of course, even so with management, leadership, anything of this nature, this is a great skill to have. So the meditation, through its ability to instill this inner harmony, emerges as a potent catalyst for building resilience. And as you learn to navigate your inner world with equanimity I always like to think of as the palm tree bending in the wind, whereas an oak would be blown over, the roots are pulled out the ground, it falls over. The equanimity is like that palm tree gently blowing, giving you flexibility to deal with what's ever going on around you. And then you can develop newfound strength to confront these external challenges. And they're external challenges. What's going on around you? Circumstances, events, people. So regular meditation practice can help to rewire the brain. This is neuroscience talk. And this can lead to increased emotional regulation, reduced reactivity, and that in turn can shift into real life situations where you've got the ability to respond thoughtfully rather than to react impulsively. Does that make sense? I often talk about E plus R equals O. I learned that with Jack Canfield. I studied with Jack for about 2.5 years. And he got that from a gentleman called Dr. Bob Resnick. And E plus R equals O is events plus your responses equals your outcome. So your point of power there, the events you can't change, events are going to happen to you no matter what. But once you know what the outcome is you want, then you know that by playing with the response rather than reaction, that response can help you get the result you want. So for an example, when I do trainings, I like to make this really clear. If you are currently getting a 5 and you know you want a 10, so 5 plus your response equals 10, your response has got to be a 5. 5 plus 5 becomes a 10. If you're already enjoying an 8, then you've just got to get a 2 in place to get the 10 that you desire. And of course, if it's going really, really badly, you've only got a 1 in a particular area of your life, let's say relationships, for example, then you've got to really work hard at this. And your response has got to be a 9 to get the 10. Let me use a different context. So again, keep your eyes closed and be thinking about this in your mind's eye. So let's say you want to change your well-being. Let's go for weight. You want to manage your weight. You want to lose a stone. 14 pounds. So you want to lose 14 pounds. That's your outcome. You know what your current weight is. And you know that you want to lose 14 pounds. So now you know what your response has got to be. And in this case, that response isn't just the numbers. Could be eating more salad, drinking more water, getting more exercise. So I'm this weight. I want to be this weight. What do I do in the middle? Same with a relationship. Let's say you have no relationship, but you'd like to have one. Well, the event is no relationship. The outcome you want is a relationship. What do you do in the middle? How do you respond? You start maybe going on apps. You start going on dates. You start interacting with people at work more. You invite somebody out. So E plus R equals O is a really easy way to remember how your responses become really important. And you want these responses to be thoughtful rather than reactions. Now imagine if you can get this type of mind mastery going, then when you're in a meeting with staff, or your kids are driving you up the wall, or your partner's driving you up the wall, or somebody in traffic really annoys you, instead of reacting impulsively, you now get the opportunity to respond more thoughtfully. Now, I promise you, even though I've been doing this for years and years and years, I still fail on occasion. I still fall from grace. It happens, but I notice it that much faster, and that means I can recover that much faster. That's the beauty of all of this. And so as a result, setbacks are met with a composed mindset. And this gives you an enhanced ability to come up with effective solutions. That's what this is really, really all about. So connecting with yourself, becoming more grounded, can change everything. Okay, let's take our meditation. Let's go for it. Let's do something different. Those of you that have been listening week after week after week after week, I'm going to go a different route this time, a different route if you're in the USA. You've got your eyes closed. And I want you just to imagine for a moment that this beautiful light is coming all over you. A beautiful light, like a blanket of light, starting from your head, is gently lowering itself down over your body, over your head, over your eyes, over your ears, over your top lip, bottom lip, over your neck, making its way down to your shoulders. So now your head is submerged in this beautiful, relaxing, loving, friendly light. That now comes down over the shoulders, and we'll go down the arms, left and right at the same time, down towards the elbows, down over the forearms, down across the wrists, into the hands. And now 5 beams of light coming out of each hand, through the thumb and the fingers. Now we take that light down over our torso, over the front and the back at the same time, and imagine that light gently relaxing your entire body. It's soothing, it's loving, it's relaxing, it's restful. All the way down to your hips. And now imagine that just rotating gently, making its way around your body. Not just on the outside, but also the inside. So even your organs feel more relaxed. Your lungs are breathing gently. Your heart is beating smoothly. And take that energy down through both buttocks, into the top of the legs, making the way down over those big top of the leg muscles, into the knees, down now through the lower part of the legs, over the shins and the calves, into the ankle, from the ankle into the heel of the foot, bringing it forward through the arch of the foot, the flat of the foot, and now 5 beams of light coming out of each foot, the big toe all the way through to the little toe. Now your entire body is filled with this light. Just linger there for a moment. Allow it to feel good. I want you to think about the hustle and bustle that you've had today and how you could change that, how you could cope with that easier by taking the opportunity to do this gentle meditation. It really can emerge as this beacon of hope. It can help to heal you, to calm the mind, to nurture your inner harmony. How good does that feel? And by embarking on this journey within, you can uncover the treasures of serenity and strength. And meditation can really help you to graciously bestow these innate qualities that you might have, but generally you get tricked, triggered to being angry or wound up or anxious and nervous. Okay, now that you're submerged in this light, I want you to bring your focus to your mind's eye. Imagine that being right between your eyes, your mind's eye. And take that energy from the mind's eye and use your imagination to imagine yourself in a beautiful environment, whatever that might be for you. It could be a beach, a sandy beach, pebbly beach, you decide. It could be a meadow somewhere out in the countryside. There could be trees, there could be flatlands, just miles of grass and heather. It could be streams, you decide. Maybe you're in a forest, trees everywhere. It could be jungle-like. It could just be a canopy of trees. It could be tropical. It can be native to where you live. And then what about mountains? You could be up mountains, high up the mountains. Now, high up the mountains could be cold, could be a beautiful blue sky with sun out. You decide what works best for you. It's somewhere that's really comforting, somewhere really tranquil. Now, I want you to imagine in your mind's eye that you lay down on the ground. Lay out, stretch out in your mind's eye. And imagine the ground beneath you supporting you. So if you're at the beach, maybe it's sandy, imagine sinking into the sand. Is it dry sand or wet sand? Is the water lapping up on you, or are you far away from that water? You decide. There's no right or wrong here. It's whatever is best for you, whatever you would enjoy most. Maybe it's a beach with rocks and pebbles. Feel them behind you. Feel them supporting you. If you're in a meadow or a forest, are you lying on grass? Is it cold? Is it shaded? Is it damp? Or is there sunlight coming through? So actually the spot you're on is beautiful and warm and the ground's dry. Or you're up in the mountains. Is it snowy where you are? Is it just harsh rocks? Is it warm? Is it cold? And whilst you're lying there, I want you to look at the sky and see how blue that is. A beautiful blue sky. You can feel the sun beaming down on your face. Oh, that's so relaxing. That reminds you of that white light, that golden light that you're now submerged in. The sunshine on your face. Imagine that's coming from 90 million miles away. And yet, isn't that profound? 90 million miles away, and yet you can feel it on your skin. It feels gorgeous. Now make that sky even bluer, really bright blue. Feel the heat from the sun. Not burning, but oh, it's beautiful and warm. Now it's intensified. It's almost like a gorgeous hot shower and the water's trickling down your body. It feels so good. Now whilst you're there, I want you to notice some wildlife, whatever belongs in the environment you've chosen. So if you're at the beach, perhaps it's a nosy crab. It's come out to have a look at you. Or a seagull. Just popped out from the sky, landed beside you, and it's walking up towards you. If you're in the meadows, perhaps it's a fox or a badger, or a bird has swooped down from the sky. If you're in the forest, maybe it's something more exotic. It could be a tiger or a lion. You don't want to be afraid of it. Or an exotic bird, a parrot, a toucan. And if you're in the mountains, it could be something like a snow leopard, a large cat. It could be something more fun like a goat. Maybe it's even got a bell around its neck and you can hear the bell as it's moving around. Or maybe it is in the sky and it's an eagle. It's just watching you. Now have that animal come closer. If it is flying, have it land and now come to approach you. It's just investigating. There's nothing to be afraid of. You're not scared of it in any way whatsoever. And it's not scared of you. It's just very relaxing. And it gets so close now that it's like sniffing you. You're so still, so quiet, that it's not afraid. It's not frightened off. Now that it's had a little nose, now that it's checked you out, it moves away. Not because it's frightened, but it's investigating. It's happy and knows what you're all about. And it disappears into the bush, the brush, the mountain, or back up into the sky. And just for a moment, whilst you're lying there in your mind's eye, imagine the sun starting to set. And the sky has gone bright red. Hues of red and crimson and gold. And the blue is just subtly lingering in the background. And as that sun starts to set, there's a golden ring in the distance, disappearing behind the countryside. It may be the ocean in the distance, and the sun is disappearing behind that. It may be the trees, the canopy of the trees, the silhouettes that you can see. And just imagine that sun disappearing, and now you feel, as the sun disappears, the heat, the radiance from that sunshine cools down. And as you realize you've come to the end of this meditation, take a nice deep breath in through your nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do that for 4. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4, and let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you're ready, open your eyes gently and come back to where we are. I hope you feel relaxed. I hope you feel calm. I hope you feel regenerated. I hope you're feeling really, really good about everything that you've done today. And I want you to take the opportunity to remember that every Monday at 7 o'clock, this is a live broadcast. If you have got questions in the meantime, you'd like to know more information, reach out, info@engagewithsuccess.com. My name is Paul. I'll happily answer any questions you might have. If you go to the website, engagewithsuccess.com, and click on the resources button, you'll also get a chance to see there that you can sign up for a newsletter, and you can find all the links that are available to you, so you've got the opportunity to do some homework, do some practice on your own during the week. And if you'd like to get some books or videos or anything of that nature, then you've also got the opportunity to do that. I want to say a big thank you to you. I really appreciate your company, and I look forward to seeing you in a week's time. This has been Engaged with Success, and this broadcast is M7, My Mind Matters. Welcome to M7, My Mind Matters. I'm Paul Becque from engagewithsuccess.com. This is the ultimate destination for exploring the inner workings of your mind, unlocking the secrets to cultivating a success mindset, and igniting your personal growth for lasting inner peace. Through immersive workshops, you will experience the synergy of breathwork, mindfulness, and meditation as catalysts for your mental fitness and profound transformation. You'll be guided on a path to embrace the present moment, master your mind, and cultivate emotional management. Engage with success and attain your state of grace by tuning in for the live broadcast of M7 My Mind Matters on Mondays at 7 p.m. UK time, or catch up at your